Well, we're back here with the Doom Buggy. I've got the motor pulled out of it, as you can see. And around the back side of the engine, the automatic transmission is the Flexplate. And as you can see, it's pretty well torn up. I mean, literally, it's torn. It's actually just ripped itself to shreds. And I don't know if this happened at the same time as that, but the bell housing on the transmission is also cracked and blown out. Good thing is it's aluminum and it can be welded back together. I just don't know where the missing piece is because it's not here. While I was taking all this apart, I noticed that the nuts weren't even tightened on. They were there, but they weren't actually tightened down. And probably what had happened is the previous guy that worked on it knew there was a problem and decided not to put the nut into its, tighten it down into place because there was no surface to actually crank it down onto. That's a little bit of a problem right there. Yeah, that's not too good, because that's one of the engine mounting bolts, one of the 4. And 1, there's 2 right here, 3, that hole, and the 4th one is gone. That's a little bit of an issue. Well, since we're converting to the other transmission, that won't be a problem for us, but this transmission will go up for sale, and whoever decides to buy it has to decide how to fix it. Alright, we got the motor out. And I laid it over just off to the side so it's out of the way. I've got all the bolts loosened up on the transmission. I've got the shifter linkage removed. I've got the CV joints and axles removed from both sides. And that one's gone. The one over here is gone. And there's 2 bolts up on top here, and there was 2 way up in the front, which are, and well, you can see the flanges where they should be. And they're right there. There's the one. That's the nut on it, which didn't come off all the way because it doesn't clear properly. And then there's the one on the other side. Those have been removed. Theoretically, the whole transmission assembly should pull straight back and fall straight down. I just need to slip a piece of wood underneath it in case it collapses with any force, so nothing gets beat up. Otherwise, we got my lift underneath it. Trusty HPV lift that comes from my uncle. Put a little more height under it. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Let's see what happens. Let's put another piece of wood under there. Build it up just a little bit higher. Let's try. There it is. Probably should have removed the starter. There's the automatic transmission. I got it pulled out and I kind of slung it aside. I got a little aggravated with it. It's just, it kept getting hung up when I was pulling it out because of its odd shape. And once I got it yoinked out of there, I literally threw it over to where you see it. And that's where it's going to stay until I'm ready to move it. Next up, we got to put the manual transmission up into the back of the buggy and see how everything lines up.